you know, I have to say, if Trump's stock in the Truth Social, his company, drops lower, I'd like to better on my tax plan than his.
Coincidentally, my younger brother's name is Muhammad. Yeah, his name is Muhammad Abdul Rahim.
So you don't realize how different Mexicans are from Puerto Ricans until you sign up to marry one. Very different.
Look, they all had to get out together. Right? That motherfucker been sitting there for about 20, 30 minutes. He waited for his boy to pull up. His boy. Trying to come up on them boys. Day-to-day grinding. Gotta play a shining. Fifth wheel reclining on them boys. Oh, I don't fuck with no boys. Nah, for real. What's happening, Dylan Ozan? This will reclining on them boys. Whenever I'm chilling somewhere and I'm relaxing,
my wife said to me,
and then the guys in the blankets pull up, I like to start recording. So you can't see the other guy in the blanket because the red car is on this side. But if I raise his camera somewhat, bang, he's on the other side again. I'm just relaxing. Uh-oh, I appreciate the hearts. I think I know who the hearts are coming from. From a pretty girl that lives in L.A. Anyways, what the fuck going on, man? What are y'all doing, man? For real, what the fuck, man? Oh, this is my late night snack. A little bit of California milk. This milk comes from Cali. Dylan, you're not hitting me with the hearts, are you, Dylan? I love you too, my friend. I love you too. Pleasanton. Uh-oh, look. More blanket dwellers. Uh-huh. Uh-oh, Dylan or Roseanne. That's getting kind of weird, Dylan or Roseanne. Are you from California too, Dylan? Right now, I got this thing going with the Californians. California dreaming. My homeboy. You're late. They're already in there having a fucking meeting, you fucking oinker. The fuck, man? See how you're late? And don't tell me because you were busy. This is Summit County, for Christ's sake. Ain't nothing fucking going on. Make you an admin? I don't know what that means. I don't know what make me an admin means. What does make me an admin mean? Like make you some kind of leader? Siri Unwanted hair downstairs. You're fucking sick. Put in Christ? What are we putting into Christ? That sounds weird. No, Colin. Listen, Colin. If I had ever been to P Diddy's home, I'd be exactly where I am right now. I'd be because I definitely would run out of there. You got to tell him no, like Cat Williams said. You have to tell him, no, thank you, please. I don't want any love. Summit County Sheriff. You're goddamn right. Sons of bitches. Look at that guy. I start to live stream whenever I see these cops pull up in Massey. And I do mean Massey for this small ass county. My thoughts on the P Diddle, the P Diddler. They're all like that. What do I mean by they are? They. The people that have control over everything. The people that control all of this shit, man. All of this shit. The people that make those fucking trucks. The people that make those fucking cars right there. You know, the people that own that place. That's why do you think they didn't release the Epstein fucking lists, man? It was a lot of fucking powerful corporation and business people, dude. Like, I mean, you'd have to boycott the whole Western world. You know, there was this group of hunters, pedo hunters, right? And they were hunting a pedo that worked for BlackRock. Does anybody know what BlackRock is? BlackRock owns 2/3 of the corp. BlackRock was the AI machine that the government asked, what companies do we bail out? Remember the bailouts? BlackRock was the one that was telling them, and they own 2/3 of the U.S.'s wealth right now. Some shit like that. Okay, so these pedo hunters were trying to get one of those people whose IP address showed up on this website that fucked around with kids, right? And it was a white woman that they were hunting. And the white woman wasn't alone. The white woman got her people involved, and they shut those pedo hunters all the way down, dude. Like, they shut them down from fucking with her. So, my thoughts, dude, it's all around you. It's all around you. They're just throwing you a fucking bone, man. He obviously did something to one of the heads of, you know, the people that give him money. So, I mean, what do I think? I think that in the Bible it says that God threw the devil down here. So what the fuck do you think is going to happen? God threw the devil down here, guys. There's more. Oinky, oink, doinkies. Oh, they're so cutie. Look, don't forget about the Stady. The Stady wants to come also and hang out. We have to hit the defrost. It's starting to frost up. It's starting to frost up because a motherfucker's running his mouth. So my thoughts on the P Diddler is they're throwing something in our face because they're trying to do something else. Just like they did with Epstein. And P Diddy might end up dead as well. He might end up dead because he was recording a whole lot of powerful people, right? And they all do it, man. They won't let you in the club. What do you mean, Dave? What I mean is, say you win the $1 billion fucking lotto, right? And they give you 500 million bucks or whatever it is. They're not going to let you keep it unless you make sacrifices, dude. You can't be in that rich club unless you do something to where they can have dominion over you. The other powerful, more powerful. There's always somebody at the tip top, man. It's been happening for many of Earth's cycles. You know, the cosmic cycle that the Earth goes through, cataclysmic event that wipes out fucking whatever. But yeah, we find civilizations that are 60, 70,000 years ago. You know, with LiDAR, they found a whole bunch of ancient buildings and shit that they still ain't been able to get into because they're buried. Like, man, what the fuck are you thinking, guys? You think that poof, oh, God made us. We just don't. No, this shit's been going on for fucking millennia, man. And the controlling ones, the ones that control everything, are throwing us a bone. So that way we'd have something to hate. Right? We got to take our frustrations out on something. It's a very fine game. Has a lot of moving mechanisms and moving parts. There'd be no running. There's nowhere you can go, man. There's nowhere you can go. They're everywhere. And when I mean they, I mean the ones that wrote the Bible and gave it to you to study. The ones that translated it over and over and over and over again and said, here you go. Try to figure it out. Do you really think they're going to let you have freedom? They're going to tell you shit and then they're going to disguise it in the form of fiction. And once they label it fiction, you're not going to be able to see it anymore because your mind is going to turn off that avenue of information. You're going to be like, oh, that's fake. It's not real. Right? Just like back in the 40s, or not that long ago, but back in the 50s and 60s when we watched Star Trek and we saw all those little gizmos and gadgets that they had and talking on the fucking screen and talking into handhelds. And we were just like, oh, that's not really real. It's fake. It's pretend. And now we realize that we do have those things. How long? Wait, no, they just let that out, David. They didn't have their hands on that technology beforehand. They didn't have it hundreds of years ago, psyching us all out. Right? They won't have it until they let you know they have it. And then your friend that, you know, he was like, oh, yeah, you haven't used the new teleportation device? Oh, yeah, dude, it's all the fucking rave, man. You fucking end up in fucking Guatemala, boom, boom. You step right through it and you're in fucking, you know? Like Billy Carson says, why are we spending trillions of dollars to get to Mars? And now we're starting to find shit there. finding shit on the moon that they're letting us know about. I was listening to this guy. God, what's his name, man? Something Carlson, I think his name is. It's a white dude, right? It's a philosopher. And he said before Jesus, there were like 66 other ancient religions that had the same kind of fucking storyline. They've been running game on us for a very long time, my friend, because they don't want you to know the actual true power that you all possess. They keep you cloaked. They keep your eyes shut by word patterns, body languages, light patterns. All kinds of crazy ass shit, man. And shit that you'll never believe. Only when you watch it in a science fiction movie and you go, no, that's fake. But the fake lamb that they made, or the sheep or whatever that they grew, still alive. So we watched the cops. We watched them. Yes. The guy said 66. And they come from all over the world. And people will argue that, then that means that it's real, or it's a mechanism that was given to the controlling factions. What do you mean mechanism, Dave? A fucking book, man. You read it and it makes your mind change, and it makes you see things differently because you're reading this book, this mechanism that when you put it in play, when you read it into your brain, you start having these different thoughts and these different points of views. So if you create this word pattern, this process of worship, right? It's a pattern that they gave, and people buy it hook, line, and sinker every time, because when our creators, not the God that created the whole shebang, the God energy, if you will, that created the whole thing, but the scientists that actually made us, they put that worship gene in us so that way we'd worship them. And these is just, random thoughts. It's not real. Believe what you want. But by the time this is all over and you go to sleep and wake up, you'll forget this was even talked about. You'll punch into the clock. You'll do your job. Punch out. Stop by the grocery store. Pick up the eggs, bread, milk. And continue on. Without trying to vibrate something into existence. Without, meditating on it. Look at that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you all take your break at the same fucking time, who's out there patrolling the streets, guys? All of you guys are taking your break at the same time? I bet they're in there getting coffee. I can't drink coffee at this point in time. I don't drink coffee. The aliens are not really aliens. They know the names of those motherfuckers, man. They know the names of them. And soon we're gonna find out what they are. And they'll let us know. But those are my thoughts on P Diddy. He's not really in control of any of that. You know, he did all those things because they said that he could and he'd never get in trouble for it. That's why he did all those things. Just like the cops. When the cops do shit and then the people that are supposed to investigate them are them, and they'd never get in trouble because of that. You know, things are changing somewhat, but I believe it's just, you know, little strips of bacon that they're throwing to us so that way we can devour it. But on the most part, cops get away with all kinds of shit because they protect each other. You know? Same way with the people way at the top. Gorgeous fucking motherfucker. This is mine. Burgers, fries, Coke. Burgers, fries, Coke. Burgers, fries, Coke. Okay. I mean, look, I'm recording something and broadcasting it out to you all. How we take these things for granted. It seems like just yesterday, this shit would never. You talk about doing this and people would call you fucking crazy. Broadcasting what you're doing live where people could see you and it be recording at the same time. You're crazy, Dave. And then time goes on and then you find out that you can do it. Then time will go on and you find out, wait, what the fuck? We are just a science experiment? That's all you ever really were, was a science experiment. Sorry. I'm sorry you thought your life was that fucking great and that fucking important. But you are that great and you are that important. You are that great and you are that important. The power of the all is inside of all of you. You must search out the light. Okay? Like an ancient Atlantean keeper of wisdom, Thoth, would say, seek the light. Okay? Know that we know nothing. It's another thing he would say. Know that you don't know anything. And you'll be happier for it. America. The laundry guy. Vamos pa la Grecia. La launderia bonderia. Anyways, what the fuck, guys? What about your thoughts on P Diddy? Do you love him? Will you not listen to his musics anymore? What about Biggie? Will you not jam Biggie anymore? Did he kill Biggie? Probably did kill Biggie. Chill out, man. Chill out, babe. This is why. This is why. You know what it tells me about that motherfucker, man? That you need to watch your kids very closely. You ever think of that? Don't rely. See, that's where the broken family comes into play. Because the family's broken up. And then you got other people watching your kids and other people teaching your kids, and there's no community. So it's easy for the kids to fall through the cracks into the lair of the evil, the dark. But if the mother was vigilant and so was the father, and the aunties and the grandmothers and the uncles and the cousins and the familia tight, bonded in unity, how hard would it be for that kind of stuff to happen? Come here, Leesky. You're my fucking girl. You don't belong to anybody else. Do you hear me? Do you fucking hear me, goddammit? You're my doggy woggy woggy. Oh, I love you, girl. Cause girl, you know it's true. Woo, woo, woo. I love you. And girl, you know it's true. Wop. Woo, woo, woo. I love you. Okay, man. So, those are my thoughts. What about you guys? What do you think? Do you think if mom and dad were able to watch the children, they wouldn't be attacked? Most likely. Stay. Come here, Lily. Stay, Tita. One at a motherfucking time. Your fuck asses. Because they want to be famous. That's why. People want more than what they really need because they feel they need it. And they spend all that time trying to get ready. Right? They don't rely on the fact that, oh, I'm making my kids and woo woo. They go, no, you can't depend on that. You gotta work for yourself and save up money for yourself for when you get old and have a retirement plan. And, you know, you gotta do all these different things. And then they die at 65. And they made all those plans that didn't bear anything really. And they spent all that time worrying about money and their education and shit. And it didn't matter in the long run. Right? Because their brain went bad. They did all that studying. They did all that knowledge getting, and then he lost his mind in the end. Right? He forgot where the fuck he was. Oh, Dad, we don't let you drive anymore, Dad. Wait, you don't let me drive anymore? Why? Where's my house? See, you forgot that you don't live in your own house anymore. That's why you can't drive anymore, Dad. You used to be a doctor. But none of it matters anymore. She's a theater. She is a theater. What are you doing? You want to go potty? Hey, little. You, we need you. Stoner Adventures, long time no see, buddy. Good to have you back. They say there's outposts up there on that little ball that glows. They say that there's outposts up there. You're being watched. There's no escape. Come on, let's go, man. It's cold out here. Up. Oh, those are my fucking baby girls. God damn it. I fucking love you, dog. Did you guys hear about what they did with my cruelty to animal charges? Did you guys ever watch that video of mine where they gave me the ordinances and I read through them and I pointed out how I was indeed obeying the ordinance? A lot of people have been wondering the outcome of that. Well, I've still been going to court every so often about that. Well, recently I just filed a motion for discovery. You know, that's where you file a motion to see what kind of evidence they're going to use to prosecute you. And it has to be factual evidence. And when it comes to an injured dog or a distressed dog, they have to have scientifical, factual, fucking veterinarian care type shit. So they didn't have any of that. So they reduced it to a dog barking nuisance charge. Dog barking. It went from animal cruelty and animal neglect to a barking dog case. And the only piece of evidence that they have for the case is a 911 call. So, somewhat good news. I'd rather them just have dismissed it all. However, the reason why they can't dismiss it entirely is because then because of the way they got my ID and everything, it's going to turn into a violation of my constitutional rights, and they're scared that I might litigate for damages, which I have no desire to do. I don't have a desire to sue a city. I don't have a desire to sue its citizens. You know, even though a lot of people are like, you should sue them for this. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I don't vibrate that way. You know what I'm saying? My frequency doesn't hit like that. I don't go, yeah, it's easy. That's easy, you know, whatever. I don't even want to think about what it would be, how much, you know, I don't even think that way. It's just, I think it's good for the channel, though. I think it's good to not have it happen. All right, guys, stay safe. No Diddy.